Hello and welcome back to another Understand Your Buyer video. In this video, we're looking at logo meaning. So what is it? Well, your logo can be a great opportunity to inject some meaning or some depth into your branding, and this helps to catch the attention of your buyer or really just help to communicate more than just your brand name. There's a lot to be said for a logo that has a diverse meaning, a more intricate meaning, something that relates to what the company does or how they do it. It's not just it looks pretty, it's actually functional. There's a functional element that relates to the brand. How does it work? Well, it works because it adds an additional layer of connection. By having a visual element rather than just the logo, you're creating a talking point for your customers, a talking point for presentations, a talking point on your website. And if you've never seen the arrow in the FedEx logo before, like the arrow there on screen, which is pointed to, you can't really unsee that. And all of a sudden, you feel like you've got the inside track. You're in some kind of club, albeit not a very cool club, but you're in some kind of a club where you've seen that, you know it, and you probably tell somebody about it. So did you know on the FedEx logo, there's an arrow, blah, blah, blah. So it just adds this extra layer of connection, this extra layer of thought. Amazon, for example, have the A to Z linked together. That's really intentional on the logo. It's everything from A to Z. You may never have noticed that before. It just looks like a smile, doesn't it? But no, it's everything from A to Z. That's really what Amazon is set out to do. And the Beats logo. The Beats logo is actually supposed to be, and you'll never be able to unsee this when I go to the next slide, it's supposed to be a person wearing Beats. That's actually what it's supposed to be. So that's the Beats logo, but it actually looks like a person who's wearing a pair of Beats headphones. Baskin-Robbins have 31 different flavor varieties of ice cream in their offering, and so 3 and 1 are highlighted within the BR, and that's called it's kind of a matryoshka word, where it's like a word within a word. So this very clever designer has managed to take a 3 and a 1 from the B and the R. But again, if you can't unsee that, and if you didn't notice it, didn't have it pointed out to you, it's kind of hidden. But now you know it's there. It gives an extra layer of connection. It's interesting. You might tell somebody about it. So how can you use it? Well, client of mine here, Developing Business Performance, this is their logo. And those rings on the left and right hand side are actually the different layers of the business that they work with in a particular order to get a result. So in this example, it's a functional logo. It relates to their methodology and how they do what they do, and this is what you can do in your own business. Could you get a functional graphic, a functional part of a diagram that can be used in your logo? So different areas of the business, that's what these guys look at. That forms part of their logo. The other one, and albeit an arrow might be connected to FedEx because they help to move things forward, and an arrow inspires and implies movement, but it's kind of an Easter egg. So the arrow there is quite hidden. This is a little bit more obvious, of course, but the arrow is quite hidden. So it's more of an Easter egg, more like a special, quote-unquote, hidden thing, which only a few people know, and it's used in that regard to kind of spread a bit of virality. Is coming in a bit strong, but spread a bit of virality there and get people to say, hey, did you know, have you seen the FedEx? Did you know the Amazon logo goes from A to Z, etc. So that's logo meaning. When your logo doesn't just look pretty, but it contains a functional element, either an Easter egg, something cool like this, or actually pertains to your methodology or relates to your business. Well, that's it for another Understand Your Buyer video, and if you like this kind of stuff, then you'll definitely like the book, which you can buy at understandyourbuyer.com.